I want to talk to you guys today about 5 things that you need to be doing while you're waiting on the wife or the husband that God created specifically for you. So, first thing is you need to get your spiritual life right, okay? You got to have your relationship with the Lord solid. Now, He is going to bring up a lot of things for you to work on. I know that because I personally went through it. And me and God were good. We were in a great place. We had been in a great place. I had been walking with Him. I had been getting deliverance for years. I had been in the courts of heaven. He had been blessing me and bringing me to new places. But when it got close to me and my husband coming together, there were things that I never even thought of that He started bringing to my attention, that He started having me work through and work on. So be prepared for that. Be open. Ask God what else needs to be worked on. When for us, my husband had children, and there were things God started bringing up that He had to work on me with because of the things that I went through in childhood, the things that I didn't have during childhood. And He took me through a long process of preparing me for kids and really breaking off the things that I didn't have. And so the I guess the sting and the burn, the internal trauma of the things that I didn't have. And I never would have thought of that. And that's just God. So He started really bringing things to the surface during that time as it was getting close. So be open, be receptive, and be willing to work through the things God's wanting you to work through. And then number 2 is get your body right. We laugh about it, but the thing is it's a full package. And so, God picked you for Him for you, because there are things in you that He placed in you that is for that person. And that person is going to think you're the most beautiful thing ever, and vice versa. They are going to be everything you've ever wanted, and things you didn't even know you wanted, and things you didn't even know were possible. But it is important when you are going into a relationship, especially when you know that it's coming, to feel confident, to feel your best. And so it really just comes down to being the best version of you that you can be. And so working out, eating right, if you want to lose a few pounds, lose a few pounds, get your hair done, get your nails done. God is going to take you through the journey of self-care, because God does care about that. And He wants you to be prepared. In the Bible, we see like Esther, they went through a year, I think it was a year-long beautification process before they would be presented before the king. And so that is absolutely a part of it. We see it in Song of Solomon whenever he's talking about the woman that he loves and how beautiful she is and all the things that he finds so just beautiful about her and that makes her so special to him, just in the physical. And obviously that wasn't all there was. But with Solomon, it actually may have been it. But you know what I mean. It goes into it in the Bible of that preparation, getting yourself ready, feeling your best, being prepared. And so feel free to, as you're getting close, as you're in your waiting season, to start the self-care process of, giving yourself a pedicure, doing your nails, getting your hair done, things like that. Just anything that you feel like, if I do this, I will feel more presentable. I will feel more confident just in the physical, because it's the spiritual and the physical together. It just is. But regardless, God is putting you with the person that He made for you. So don't feel this crazy pressure to be this perfect person and to look something other than who you are or what you are. Don't go down that road, because that's not what God's asking of you. That's not what the person that you're going to be with is going to ask of you. But it's just about, taking care and stewarding what God is giving you and taking care of it and feeling confident and feeling your best and feeling beautiful. And there is a lot in that, and it is important. And so then number 3 is get your finances in order. So, make sure you're paying your bills on time. Make sure that you are, if you need to get some things paid off, working towards that. If you're wanting to get your vehicle paid off, work towards that. Making sure that you have your finances in order to where it is something that is, and you don't have to make a lot of money. And that was actually a comment that we got, that somebody was concerned about, I don't make a lot of money, but she was worried that it wasn't going to be enough for somebody. And I'm here to tell you that the person that God's putting you together with, together you have exactly what you need. So you are, the places where you're weak, that person's going to be strong, and vice versa. And I know that because we walk that out still today. And so God knows exactly what he's doing, and he's not unaware of your situation. He knows exactly what your resources are, exactly what his resources are or her resources are, and he's going to make that work for you. But do your due diligence in the meantime, and just get everything to where you can, to the best of your ability, and be, doing your best at your job, and doing your best to, if there's things you're wanting to save money for, be putting it back. If there's credit cards you want to pay down, be working towards it. Just things like that. Know that you have something that you can present that says, I am responsible and this is what I have. And, whether it's a lot or it's not a lot, it is well maintained, and it is something where it is like, oh, okay, whatever that is, we can work with that. And I have this, and and it works. It will work. But make sure that you are paying attention to it and that you are doing your best to keep that in order. Also, I think this is number 4, get your house in order. So, you just think like, eventually you're going to be having a movie night, or you're going to be having dinner together, or he's going to drive you home from somewhere. Be getting your house in order. Do that deep clean that you've been putting off. Give things away, have a garage sale, get rid of the clutter, get things organized, beautify your home, and just do those things that maybe you've been putting off because maybe you feel a little deflated because you have been waiting a while, or, just the stresses of life have gotten to you. So just get yourself refreshed, get in the word, get into prayer, let God restore to you the joy of your salvation, and just have fun in the process of just, almost like nesting in a way, but getting your things together and making your home a beautiful place where that person will feel welcomed, where you will want them to come and just be able to understand a part of you that is represented through your home. And then our last one is, what was it? I don't know if I had a last one. I feel like I did. Anyway, but yeah, so those are just really great tips of things that you really want to be focusing on, and that you really want to be able to kind of pour into yourself in this time of preparation. And honestly, read the book of Esther. If you need, my little helper, if you need some motivation, read the book of Esther, read Song of Solomon. Read the stories of how, women were preparing themselves, how the men saw the women, and really kind of glean from the Bible as your basis of how to date and how to go into that marriage season, because today's society is not where you want to pull that from. Don't go to the secular outlets and the Cosmopolitan magazine and even on YouTube. Don't look at some of these things of people telling you how to do this. Go to the Bible and go to these books where it's about couples coming together. It's about people preparing for the one that they love and what that looks like, and let God minister to you through that. And he will reveal things to you. He'll make you excited about it. And yeah, so, do it that way. Also, another thing that I did, because I knew that at some point I'd have to put my flirtatiousness on, and I had become so sanctified and so set apart with the Lord that I literally didn't remember how to do it anymore. And also, the last time I had been in that scene where I was flirting or, kind of pursuing anybody in any way. It was before the Lord, and I was just in the world, and I was doing it in a worldly way. And so what I actually did was I looked up Christian flirting, how to flirt as a Christian. And I ended up finding this resource. They don't do the same videos anymore, but it was the Paul and Morgan show. And back in the day, they did Christian dating and Christian flirting and how to go about that. Now, it wasn't all Bible, but the thing is it actually did help. It helped to get that part of my mind working again. It started to make me think about the things they were saying. So I may not have done what they were saying to do, but it got that part of my brain working enough to where I was able to apply it with my personality and with my situation. And it kind of gave me just some ideas and some things to play off of and make my own and be like, okay, that's kind of, because if you have been out of it for a long time and you have just been doing what God's called you to do, you're just walking with him, you have separated yourself from the world and you're not doing what everybody else is doing, that is like a muscle that if you don't work it out, it kind of gets a little rusty. So make sure that you have the social skills, whenever the time comes, you have that softness in your heart and that openness to be able to be inviting and be playful with that person and show them you care, but not too much, but, be able to, I don't know the words, but you know what I mean. And so, so you can just be able to be open. And also another thing that I did before I ever got the promise that, God was bringing my husband, was I started watching, God was bringing me to watch these couples. I won't say the one it was, but they ended up having this vlog and the wife actually had passed away and it was tragic. But anyway, but their love story was absolutely incredible. And I remember thinking, why am I watching this? But it was teaching me how to love because, for me, for a long time, I was just doing the things that were in front of me. And it was very there wasn't that part of my mind or my heart that was thinking about, I would love people, but it wasn't thinking of a romantic love. And what does that truly look like when it's pure and it's beautiful and it's true? And God brought me to this couple. I watched this entire vlog. They had multiples. I watched everything on them and it was amazing. I remember being I would just sit there and cry and I loved them so much. But I was so inspired by their love story. They were both Christians and just did everything together. And it was just the most amazing story and it still impacts me to this day. But let God bring you to things that inspire you and that show you how to be strong in the areas you are weak, and even pray that to him so he will start to reveal that to you, because you may not know you're weak in that area. But anyway, that's all I have for that. And thank you so much for watching. I pray everybody is blessed today. I hope that this helps you, and I'll talk to you soon.